London. As the president of Brazil's soccer federation, Marco Polo Del Nero should have been here on Tuesday, watching his country's national team play out a soporific 0-0 tie against England in an exhibition match at Wembley Stadium. Yet instead of exchanging pleasantries with executives from the Football Association in a suite high above the field, Del Nero was almost 6,000 miles away, at home in Brazil. Even there, though, it would have been understandable if his focus was not on the events unfolding under Wembley's brightly lit arch, but instead on proceedings inside a wood-paneled courtroom in Brooklyn, where three soccer executives well known to the 76-year-old Del Nero are standing trial on corruption charges. Del Nero, often referred to in Brazil as just Marco Polo, easily could have been seated alongside them. He has been indicted on the same charges, which include wire fraud and money laundering conspiracy, but for almost 2 years he has avoided facing them by refusing to leave Brazil. That strategy has cost him one powerful post, his seat on the governing council of FIFA, soccer's global governing body, but it has to date also kept him out of the reach of the American authorities. Of the dozens of soccer officials charged in the case, Del Nero is the only one still in power. And in a country that extradites its citizens only for drug crimes, he has remained not only a free man, but also a prominent figure, running the National Soccer Federation and also appearing at last year's Rio Olympics. At the Olympics, and despite facing criminal charges, Del Nero welcomed FIFA's president, Gianni Infantino, to CBF's offices and presented the soccer leader with a canary yellow national team jersey bearing his name. FIFA has yet to sanction Del Nero. The stakes of the trial are high for Del Nero, who continues to maintain his innocence, but they have apparently done little to diminish his influence over Brazilian soccer. According to a high-ranking soccer official there, Del Nero is quietly planning to retain his leadership role atop the Brazilian Federation, known by its Portuguese initialism, the CBF, by calling an election in April, 1 year before the end of his current term and 2 months before Brazil embarks on its quest to win a record 6th World Cup. Neither the embarrassment of not being able to travel with the team nor the accusations of receiving millions of dollars in kickbacks seem to have damaged Del Nero's plans to remain in power of an institution that controls the most popular sport in South America's most populous country. While some fans have held placards opposing his leadership at matches, and some sections of the domestic news media have criticized him, Del Nero has not faced a challenge from the constituency that matters to him, the regional soccer heads and team executives who elect the CBF president. His calculations may change should clear evidence of wrongdoing on his part emerge, according to a person close to Del Nero. In that case, though, the plan is merely to hold the election as scheduled, in 2019. A spokesman for the Brazilian Soccer Federation said he was unaware of discussions around the timing of a new election, but Del Nero's name has already come up in Brooklyn.